Yes, people, what's going on? It's Egal Talks About. We're back again with another video. I thought I'll do a little bit of a different video rather than just always doing my Arsenal videos. I've seen Hussam do this. I've seen other people do this a lot. So since it is my birthday today, I'm going to do a birthday stream. And you guys can ask me whatever questions you want, whatever Q&A questions you want, whatever, anything. Ask me anything. Q&A right now. And you guys, big up to every single one of you guys in the chat. Really do appreciate all the love and support you guys have showed me throughout the calendar year, throughout so much that's been going on. And I just want to say big up to all of you guys in the comment section, because without your love and support, we wouldn't be able to do what we do on a regular basis. And I can't emphasize that enough. Now, over the last couple of days, weeks, I've been doing a lot of Arsenal transfer videos, and I will be going through some of the questions that I've been asked there. I'm going to post on my social media right now, Q&A, ask me anything, and I'll see what people respond with. I'm also going to post it on my YouTube channel right now as we speak, on the community page, also to see Q&A, ask me anything, and see if people ask me anything, as it is my birthday and we're going to be doing a birthday stream. So big up to everyone in the comment section. Really do appreciate all you guys. We already have about 8 of you guys right now already in the chat. Kieran, 𝗔𝗿𝗀𝗃𝗃, big up to you guys for the comment already. Appreciate it. And yeah, nice jacket. Thank you. Do you respect Lee Gunner? I respect him as a content creator and as a person. And when it comes to social media, me and him are cool. We're relatively cool. Unlike some people who are not cool with him, I'm okay with Lee. And he did recently respond to one of my tweets with a banter post. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But overall, I have no beef with Lee. Let me just post this. Let me just post this on socials to see if we can get you guys to jump on in and ask me whatever Q&A questions you guys have in the chat. Do me a favor. Let me know what you guys are saying. Because personally, I am very worried about this window and the upcoming windows, because I am slightly concerned that we're not going to get the job done and get what we need done in order to get everything sorted. So slightly concerned, in my opinion. When was the last time you have when was the last time you have to charity?
When was the last time you have to charity?
Every Friday. So somebody just asked me a Q&A question. When was the last time you did when you donated to charity? In my background, when you donate to charity, you're not supposed to publicly inform other people that you're donating to charity, because it's not something that they need to do. You do it for the likeness of your own self, not for gratification from other people. So that's something you should be doing on your own. So for me, the last time I did that, probably Friday prayer, which is not this Friday, but recent Fridays. So yeah. Every Friday, pretty much, whenever I'm in the masjid, that's what I usually do. So Friday prayer. Jumu'ah prayer. So that is the time where I usually do that. And if you guys want, we can talk about transfer windows. We can talk about the upcoming game versus Manchester United. Whatever you guys feel like is the best thing to talk about, we can get into. But before we go any further, big up to everyone in the comment section, and let's get into some of these. Let's get into some of these topics. So I already had one question. The first question I'm always asked is, when will you be Arteta out? That is one of the first questions I'm always asked. That is one of the first questions I'm always asked. When will you be Arteta out? When will you be Arteta out? So to me, right now, I don't think what's going on is on Arteta. and I don't believe it's on Arteta. And I'm gonna explain to you guys why I don't believe it's on Arteta and why I still back Arteta. Because Arteta had us one kick away from winning the league. Literally a couple kicks away, actually, if you count what happened with last season with Man City going down to the final game of the season. If West Ham would have won, if we would have beat Aston Villa, if they would have dropped points at some point throughout that season, if Son would have buried his chance, we could have won the league. So many different ways where we could have won the league. If I'm not mistaken, we had a better goal difference. So it was simply came down to the 2 points, and Man City beat us to the punch. Now, I am not going to sit here and blame Arteta because individual players missed their chances on the rare occasion that we were able to go on to win the league. I think Arteta has done a good job. I think Arteta has been doing a good job. He's been coaching well. He has been pushing this team in the right direction, and I don't think we are in the situation we are in without Arteta. I think Arteta has been a massive Arteta has done a massive role in playing in getting this done, in getting us to this level. And he's also going up against Pep Guardiola, who's considered the GOAT or one of the GOAT managers of all time. So let's give it a break when we keep saying everything is on Arteta. Literally, some of the players are missing gilt-edged chances, and Arteta's coaching 10 out of 10 wins. And really and truly, sometimes it's the players letting him down. And everyone's saying, "Oh, well, Arteta should have done better." I think Arteta's done a really good job getting us in the competitions, getting us competing on all competitions as best as we can, getting us competing for the league the last 2 years. Now, we haven't gotten over the line, and I do believe that is on the attack, and that is on the players that we have to our disposal. The first season, the reason why we fell off, in my opinion, is because of our defense and the fact that we had the likes of Rob Holding trying to hold it down for us in that defense, and we just couldn't hold on. Last season, fair play to Man City. They turned it on. They didn't drop points, but we won 14 out of our last 14 games. I think we won one game. We only lost one game out of 14 games. We drew one also. So out of our last 17 games in the league, we only dropped points twice. So I'm not going to put that on the manager. When you only drop points twice and you continue to push for the whole season, that is not on Arteta. This season so far, also, I don't think it's been on Arteta. I think you look at it, we did come out of the summer transfer window short. Guys like Dan, Ligana, Northside, you guys were right. The transfer window was not good enough. And I thought we had enough to go on to win. I did not expect Liverpool to make the jump that they have made. And I'm not going to put this season on Arteta either, because injuries, refereeing decisions, and just you can put some poor tactics in at times, and maybe you should have trusted Eason earlier, but immediately when he does that, you see that the kid is not capable of playing that much minutes yet. He gets injured and he's out for an extended period due to muscular injuries. So sometimes the managers have more information than we do, and we have to sometimes trust them a little bit more. So yeah, I'm not really going to be saying Arteta out anytime soon. I think I am intrigued though by the potential of getting some what's called Inzaghi. If that is true and Inzaghi is available, then it would be a situation where maybe we do look at getting the interim manager in the future. But right now, Arteta is the man, and I don't see myself turning on him unless there is catastrophic failure. And don't get me wrong, what we're doing this season is considered a failure if we don't go on to win anything, and it would be stagnation, and that would be a failure. But I don't think it's to the level where I would say, let's sack him now, get rid of him, and get somebody else in, because I don't think this season is solely on Arteta. I think there's so many other mitigating factors. But hey, if he goes and gets Rashford and goes and agrees to get all these shit transfers done, then I'm going to have an issue with what's going on at Arsenal. 110%. Big up. I don't know if somebody redirected to me, but it looks like somebody might have redirected to me. Big up to whoever just redirected to me. Who redirected to me? Carefree Lewis. Shout out Carefree Lewis every single time. My guy Carefree Lewis. Big up to you for the redirect. I can see all the Chelsea boys jumping in right now. Where you're the champions of what do you say? Where is your European Cup? Oh my goodness, you guys are too much. You guys are too much. You guys are too much. Okay, so let's get into it. So we got to get in order. Next we got Dan Potts in the building. Big up Dan Potts. Shit, man. He's on my case already. He's on my case already. We got to talk about KSE. The Kroenkes. I thought the Kroenkes were good owners. I thought they were the ones giving the money up and not the ones holding the money back. But if it's true that they're the ones holding the money back in January and they're the ones that are really stopping us from making the signings, then I'm completely wrong and you're right and Turkish is right and everybody's right that it's the Kroenkes that have been holding us back. And Arteta has mostly just been covering for them and the people behind the scenes have just been covering for them because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We are hearing in a January transfer window where we need to improve, where we need to continue to push on, where we need to pull things together. We are hearing that Arsenal are not doing enough right now. Arsenal are really not doing enough, and Arsenal are really getting us short in this window. Nico Williams, 300K a week. Now, I might understand why they might not want to pay that, but at the same time, if they don't want to pay the 300K a week and they don't want to pay the transfer fees for Isak and they don't want to pay for all these players, you get what you pay for. If you want to just continue to get cheap deals, you're going to continue to get players that are not good enough to get you to where you want to go. And the Kroenkes need to be sorting it out this summer. Forget about summer, this January. And what I've been hearing lately is not good enough. Dan, you're right. The Kroenkes are leaving us short, and it does look like what Mikel Arteta said. What Mikel Arteta said is interesting. Let me show you. Mikel Arteta was speaking and he said, I have so much support from the board. I continue to have it, and all will do the same. They're just to win the maximum amount of football matches, and we want to achieve, but which is to win trophies. So he does speak about winning trophies. But while we're speaking about winning trophies, Mikel Arteta also spoke about other things too. He spoke about the squad and how he just doesn't want squad players. He wants players of those. One second. Where is it? There's Arteta in front positions, comparing those to other clubs. And the expenditures is very far from over the last few years. And basically, I think he's basically calling out the ownership. Arteta is basically calling out the ownership, telling them that they need to invest more money and that there's a gap between us and teams that we want to be, like where we want to be. So it's a real interesting, some real interesting quotes have come out of Arteta the last 24 to 48 hours about everything going on at Arsenal and how he thinks things are going to be. And he also spoke something where it's like, oh, we need to sign players that are making an impact rather than players that are just bodies in the team. So hopefully we can actually go and push on and we're not hamstringed. But from what I'm hearing here, that we're not interested in 𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 and stuff like, where is it? The Isak point. Where is the Isak one? Somewhere here. This one here, where we cannot afford to get Alexander Isak. That is on the Kroenkes 100%. And at this moment in time, I just find it hard to believe that the Kroenkes would not sanction a deal that would make us better because of financial reasons. There must be somebody at the club, like a Tim Lewis, encouraging them to find cheaper alternatives. But yeah, right now the Kroenkes look bad. The Kroenkes look bad, bro. The Kroenkes look bad. Genuinely, do you believe Arteta can get us over the line? I do believe Arteta can get us over the line. I've been saying this, and I've been saying I believe in Arteta. I believe Arteta is a good manager. I believe Arteta, if he was at another club right now, like Bayern, if he was in Italy, if he was in La Liga, I think he would be winning major trophies. I just think Arsenal, we've just had such a low ground. We just have such a big issue from the top down that we needed to fix. And he's done a lot of work to fix that. We've been so close. I think the examples of the last 2 years where we've gone to where we are now is one of the main reasons why I believe in Arteta and why I continue to believe in the manager. And until we do get over the line, I don't think many people will see it. But right now, I think we just coming a couple kicks away from winning the league makes me believe that we will get over the line. How long have you lived in the UK for? This is a good question. So I moved to the UK in the October of I moved to no. I got married in 2018 in London, actually, West London near West Ham Stadium in Stratford area, Forest Gate actually. And then I moved here officially in 2019. And so I've been living in the UK since 2019, so about 5 years now. I've been living in the UK, and I'm now a permanent resident in the UK. So that is how long I have been living in the UK, and it's pretty good so far. Tactics aren't good enough. That's purely Arteta. People talking about XG. Why are you supporting Arsenal? Why you support Arsenal? Well, this is very interesting. The reason why I actually started supporting Arsenal is because of the French national team and the World Cup. The way I got into football was through the World Cup. I got introduced to football through the World Cup, the 98 World Cup, actually, 1998, when France won the World Cup. And coincidentally, Arsenal won the league that year also. And so I was introduced to football through that. I was also introduced to the likes of Patrick Vieira, and I credit Patrick Vieira with one of the main reasons being that I remembered him from the French team, and I recognized him in the Arsenal team, and that's how I really got into Arsenal, and that's how I got connected to Arsenal. So the French national team connection was the main reason in why I became an Arsenal fan, and then that's why Patrick Vieira is still one of my favorite Arsenal players for a long time, right? Can we still call Fabio Vieira back? No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Who buys these crap players, mate? The recruitment buy those crap players. That's who buys those crap players. Where are your European Cups? 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 Well, we do have 2 European Cups, so I don't know what you guys are chatting about. You guys need to chill. It's Arteta's fault. It's time for him to go. People are saying it's time for him to go. Where are your Champions League trophy? You guys are too much with the Champions League bullshit. Arteta's recruitment ID is horrific. Okay. Are we gonna really say Arteta's recruitment ID is horrific, or are we gonna completely ignore the fact that it's not only on Arteta? It's not only Arteta's fault. And let me give you guys an example on why I know it's not just Arteta's fault. The reason why I know it's just not Arteta's fault is because I look over and I say to myself, let me name some players. Vlahovic, Isak, Rafinha, Mudryk, Nico Williams, Sesko, all players that Arteta wanted to get over the line. Right now, it's not on Arteta. It's on the Kroenkes to spend some goddamn money and get the quality and the level of quality that we need to continue to push on. Even if you say Arteta wanted Jesus, even if you say Arteta wanted Havertz, I don't think he just wanted them alone. I think he wanted additions on top, but he wasn't able to get all the players that he wanted, so he had to settle for what was the most affordable. Genuinely. Just think about the list of players that I just named. Just think about that. The list of players that I just named. Yeah. Big up everyone, Egal, everyone at the club, bottom to top, Josh Kroenke, Tim Lewis, Richard Garlic, Vinay, Edu, James, Eto, Mikel, not buying a single proper. We lost to Bournemouth and Newcastle. Yeah, man, it is a joke. It is a joke. What can we do? People keep asking me about my European trophy. Lewis, you're taking the piss, bro. You're taking the piss. What classifies a catastrophic failure? Catastrophic failure for me would be finishing outside of the Champions League positions, in my opinion. Why are you making excuses? Why are you excuse machine? I'm not making excuses. I'm just giving you my opinion, mate. If you don't agree with it, fair enough. But I'm just giving you my opinion, letting you know what you think. Do you work outside of being a content creator? I think this is a good question. Yeah, I do work outside of being a content creator. I work outside of being a content creator. I work in logistics, and that is what I do. So I work in logistics outside of being a content creator. I work Tuesday to Saturday, and I have pretty good hours. So I start at 6 a.m. and I finish at like 2:30. So that's pretty much what I do outside of being a content creator. Yeah, pretty interesting. What I do in my day to day, I deal with the finances, I deal with the depots, and I deal with stores. So that's pretty much what I do in my day to day. So that is my job, and that pretty much pays the bills. YouTube for me is not my bread and butter. YouTube for me is not my main job or my main source of income, or the thing that helps me make put bread on my tables. So yeah. Thank you for the question, Jordan. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do outside of YouTube. Where is the money? I don't know. Ask the Kroenkes, mate. Ask the Kroenkes. How many Arsenal players get into Real Madrid squad? Maybe William Saliba and Bukayo Saka. Two Arsenal players get into Real Madrid squad right now at this moment in time. No, maybe three, because they don't have a right back. Would Timber get in? Would Timber get into Real Madrid squad right now, since they don't have a right back? Let me know. I don't watch enough Real Madrid at this moment in time to give you the best analysis. But I know Saliba, and I know Saka, and potentially Timber. So three, I would say, at best. People saying Egal out. People saying big up Egal. People saying 𝗵𝘀𝗻 is on 25K a week. I would take 𝗵𝘀𝗻, but I don't think we're gonna go and pull the trigger on 𝗵𝘀𝗻. That's just the thing right now. I don't know if we're gonna actually do that. Why would Isak join Arsenal and Arteta's Arsenal? Because we're competing for the league title. Newcastle's competing for top 4, bro. There's levels to this shit. Why wouldn't he join title contenders over? Why wouldn't he join title contenders over friggin' why wouldn't Isak join a title contender over a potential friggin' team that's just challenging for top 4? Like, you think we're just a top 4 team, or are we not competing for the league? Were we not one win away from winning the league last year? Were people not scared of Arsenal potentially winning the league last year? Like, we're not that bad. Stop overdoing it. Bro, no signings equals sacked. I don't know about that. I don't know if no signings equals sacked. What are we doing differently? We're not doing enough to differentiate ourselves from other clubs. We're not doing enough. When the dog has handed in a transfer request. You're funny. Big up everyone for the birthday wishes. Thank you. His talent ID is terrible. I don't think he got all the players he wanted. Egal, how many players do you think we need to bring in and get rid of? I think 10. Interesting. How many players do you think we need to get rid of and think? To me, I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button first. The amount of players I think we need to get rid of, I think Jorginho, Partey, Raheem Sterling, Trossard, Jesus, Kieran Tierney, Zinchenko. So what is that? 7 players. We need a striker, we need a left winger, we need an attacking midfielder, we need a central midfielder, and potentially another backup goalkeeper once Neto leaves. So 5 signings. If we can get 5 signings, that is a complete team. And the 5 signings has to be of quality. So say we go and get Sesko, say we get Nico Williams, that is like 100 million right there. Then you go and get a central attacking midfielder and a central midfielder, that is another 100 million potentially right there. And then the last one, if you go and get a backup goalkeeper, so potentially if we spend 220 million, we can go and get 5 players and fix this team. That could really do a lot of work for us. 220 million, get 5 players, fix this team. And I'm saying like 50 million pound transfer here, 50 million pound transfer there, 50 million pound transfer there. None of those players are going to be Alexander Isak or Bruno Guimaraes's. We just don't have that kind of money right now, maybe. So I would go and get Sesko, go and get Nico Williams, go and get an attacking midfielder who comes into this team and improves us, go and get a central midfielder who improves us, and then boom, we go from strength to strength. That's what we need right now. We need to go and get 5 players of quality, because if you actually look at the Arsenal team, we do have deficiencies in the squad. And I'm just going to show you guys this right here. This is the Arsenal squad right now as we currently have constructed. We need to get rid of 3 of these guys and maybe replace them with 2. We need to get rid of 2 of the midfielders. We need to get rid of 2 of the midfielders because they're getting old, and we need to replace them with quality. So replace them with 2 midfielders, one that's an attacking minded midfielder and one that's more of a DM/8. Then the defense, 1, 2, 3, all gone, and potentially replace them with 1 quality player that can play across multiple positions. And we will still have Timber, Calafiori, Jesus, Zinchenko, Ben White, Saliba, Kivior, 𝗵𝘀, we'll still have all those guys, but Kieran Tierney, Zinchenko, and Tomiyasu out. And then Neto's going to be gone, so we're going to have to get a backup goalkeeper. So backup goalkeeper, one defender, 2 midfielders, and 2 forwards. So 6 players, really. If Arsenal is serious and we can get 6 players, then we will have a complete team. But if we don't go and get 6 players, we're still going to be short going into the following season. Egal, did you see Ligana happy birthday? He sent you. Yeah, I seen that. Ligana, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to. He couldn't just say happy birthday like everybody else. Let's be honest. This is probably my biggest L in my social media career. Very much my biggest L in my social media career, probably, when it comes to takes that I have said, when it comes to things that I have said in my time as a content creator. This is probably the one that has the most eyes. People have seen the most. I am known for being the guy who said 8 Arsenal players get into the Real Madrid 11, and I've done an apology video about it. Still, people don't care. So if you guys want to watch it, we can play it for you guys again. But it's a horrific video, and I've made a massive mistake on this part. We'll combine 11. Courtois is injured, so I'm going to go David Raya. They don't have a left back of quality, so I'm going to go Zinchenko. Center back pairing, I'm going to go Gabriel and Saliba. I don't think any of their center backs are better than ours. It's a toss-up between 𝗂𝗏 and Ben White, but I'd rather have Ben White. The midfield, Declan Rice is a defensive midfielder, no debate. Jude Bellingham is also in, no debate. And it comes down to Mudryk or Martin Odegaard, and I pick Martin Odegaard. I think Vinicius has been poor this season, so I'm going to go Rodrigo, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus. Let me know what you think. Why are we counting Champions Leagues? Let's actually go through a combined 11. Courtois is injured, so I'm going to go David Raya. They don't have a left back of quality, so I'm going to go Zinchenko. Center back pairing, I'm going to go Gabriel and Saliba. I don't think any of their center backs are better than ours. It's a toss-up between 𝗂𝗏 and Ben White, but I'd rather have Ben White. The midfield, Declan Rice is a defensive midfielder, no debate. Jude Bellingham is also in, no debate. And it comes down to Mudryk or Martin Odegaard, and I pick Martin Odegaard. I think Vinicius has been poor this season, so I'm going to go Rodrigo, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus. Let me know what you think. Why are we counting Champions Leagues? Let's actually go through a combined 11. Courtois is injured, so honestly, I'm sorry for embarrassing the Arsenal fan base and posting that online with confidence. Like, what was I thinking? I'm genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, my apologies. That was bad. Let's go to the next one here. People saying Marcus Rashford. Egal, do you want Marcus Rashford? I did a video earlier today. I don't want Marcus Rashford, and I don't think we should go for Marcus Rashford. We need better than Marcus Rashford. So yeah, that is not what I want at Arsenal. Are you doing any Arsenal transfer update shows? Please. Now, where have you been? Where have you been, mate? Where have you been? I have been doing Arsenal transfer news update shows for the last couple of weeks, and let me just show you what I mean. Let me just show you what I mean right now. Let me show you. This is what I've been doing for the last couple days. I did one 4 hours ago. I did one 11 hours ago. I did one yesterday. I did one yesterday again. I did one 2 days ago. I did one 3 days ago. I have been keeping you guys up to date with Arsenal transfer news as of late. And where have you been? If you've not seen this, you need to go check it out. I've been doing daily updates and sometimes twice a day. Sometimes twice a day, sometimes once a day. But I've been doing daily updates. As you can see in each video, I'm dressed different. So I'm telling you, man, you need to be paying attention. You need to be switched on. You need to be subscribed. You need to hit that notification bell because you're missing out on good content right now. You're missing out on some good content. Egal at least isn't a London United fan. I don't live in London. I live south of London, near Reading. I don't live in London. Tamina Ahmed, big up to you. You're one of the regulars. But I already have so many mods. I don't really need more mods, but I do appreciate your love and support, Tamina. I do really appreciate your love and support. Thank you. We got over 127 of you guys in the chat. Do me a favor, please do hit that like button. Egal, why do you hate Liverpool so much? I don't hate Liverpool. I don't hate Liverpool. Don't think for 1 second I hate Liverpool. I actually wanted Liverpool to beat Man City to win the league. I don't hate Liverpool for 1 second. I don't hate Liverpool. Well, the thing is, I don't want Liverpool to beat Arsenal. So you think it's hate, but it's more just love for my own club that it almost comes off as bitterness or jealousy towards how well you guys are doing this season. So don't think for 1 second I hate Liverpool. It's just I'm slightly jealous how much better you guys have been this season compared to where we are this season. And it does look like you guys are going to go push on to win the league. Egal, the Kroenkes didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies. We just are the side dish to them. I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe that bullshit that the Kroenkes didn't buy the league to win Arsenal to win trophies. They bought Arsenal as an investment, yes, but winning trophies helps their investment grow. So surely they want to invest and win. I genuinely do believe Josh Kroenke has good intentions, but I think the people running Arsenal, like the board members and the decision makers, have in their mind a certain way of doing business. And I think that is so risk adverse that it almost makes us not do things properly. Now, I seen an article earlier today, and I think I need to show you guys the article that I seen. Somebody said how, somebody said something about how this is very interesting. You need to check it out. So Mikel Mudrik's transfer potentially could have been the reason why Arsenal recruitment has changed. So has Mikel Mudryk ruined Arsenal's attacking recruitment? Because he has flopped so much at Chelsea, could this have maybe scared off Arsenal from spending a lot of money in the attack? As Vinay, who was a consultant in commercial background, Edu, who was a sporting and commercial background, both suited to risk taking, has been replaced by Richard Garlick, James King, both trained as lawyers and of course are more risk adverse decision makers, plus Tim Lewis, who joined the Arsenal board and became executive chairman of Arsenal, who is a lawyer in his background, and KSC, of course, who currently are all lawyers. You have 5 senior Arsenal decision makers, and they're all pretty much lawyers. Or an intern DOF. So with that being said, they're all pretty much all they all are risk adverse people, and high fees, high wages, most difficult to sell if they have a lack of output. So the stakes are much higher. So here's where Mikel Mudryk comes in, Edu and the Arsenal recruitment were keen on signing Mudryk in January. They even sanctioned 60 million to sign him, but the risk-adverse lawyers may well think, what the fuck, and then trust the recruitment and spend the high wages. But then they didn't. They didn't end up doing that. We ended up getting Leandro Trossard, Kai Havertz, and we did not end up signing any more attackers. Now, this is costing Arsenal on the pitch, fans, everything else. But the main reason is because it seems to be the fact that Mikel Mudryk's deal at Chelsea became an absolute disaster. This could now be scaring the very risk-adverse people who run the club at Arsenal. And I do think the Richard Garlicks, the Tim Lewises, the James Kings have as much say in why the Kroenkes are not spending as much as the Kroenkes do, because these guys don't have football backgrounds. We have a bunch of lawyers running Arsenal. We have 3 lawyers running Arsenal Football Club at this point, with Tim Lewis, Richard Garlick, and James King. And everyone is blaming Arteta for the lack of transfers. But Arteta is literally going out of his way to point out that Arsenal need attacking depth. Arsenal need quality. And Mikel Arteta's press conference today, if you watched the press conference, he was challenging the board. He was challenging the spending. And I can show you guys what I mean, that he was challenging spending. He was challenging the board. I can show you right here. This is what I mean by him challenging. Compared to other teams, Arsenal have not done enough, and we are really out of touch. This is example 1 of why Mikel Arteta is basically saying we are out of touch in our spending and we are not doing enough to catch up to the rest of the teams. And that is facts. 100% facts. Name one world-class player. Mo Salah right now is world-class. World-class. Can you make me a mod, please, Skills? Big up, Skills. Yeah. Remember when Richard Garlick both said nothing to do with Aubameyang? Listen, those guys, they let Aubameyang leave, and then Barcelona sold him to Chelsea for money. That really pissed me off. Time, your time management is on point. Yeah, I have 2 jobs, so with YouTube and my actual job, I'm gonna have to manage my time. But you know what? Unfortunately, I do sacrifice my sleep. Egal, great content creator. I disagree with you on Arteta. He is to blame. He regressed this season, just like us challenging the last 2 seasons straight. Arteta needs to be stopped. He's so arrogant, and buy a striker. I think he wants to buy a striker. I just think they've slowed down from making purchases. No Arsenal player would start for Real Madrid. That is not true. Real Madrid would love to have William Saliba, and I think he would start for him right away. What did alternative facts say? Saka ain't getting ahead of Rodrigo, bro. Behave. That's your opinion. Why do you hate Chelsea so much? My uncle was a Chelsea fan, and he tried to make me a Chelsea fan. And out of spite to him, I just disliked Chelsea. And whenever Chelsea would play, I'd want Chelsea to lose. He actually brought me, when I asked him to buy me an Arsenal shirt, he bought me a 𝗁𝘁 shirt, and he tried to get me to wear it. And I said no. So in my opinion, I've always hated Chelsea more because Chelsea was a team that I had the most family members around. The most people that I knew were Chelsea fans, and I grew up around a lot of Chelsea fans. I was surrounded by Chelsea fans, and Chelsea were always winning, and these guys were rubbing it in my face. So with that being said, I would hate Chelsea more just by natural reaction, because why would I hate a team that is not winning? Why would I hate a team in Tottenham that I don't grow up anywhere near Tottenham? I grew up in Toronto, Canada. I didn't see many Tottenham fans until I moved to the UK. There was numbers of Chelsea fans. And don't forget, when I was in high school, Chelsea were winning Champions Leagues. Chelsea were one of the best teams in the league. Chelsea were constantly winning the league. By the time I left high school, you guys lifted a Champions League. So it's like, what do you want me to do? Am I going to sit here and say, hey, I like Chelsea all of a sudden? No, fuck Chelsea. And I hated the fact that my uncle tried to buy me a Chelsea shirt. I went and returned it, and I got a 𝗁𝘁 shirt. So imagine that. Ballon d'Or winner wearing a Chelsea shirt was brought to my door, and I said, I don't want that. Bring me a Thomas 𝗁𝘁 shirt. That's the kind of fan I was growing up. Crazy, eh? Interesting story. But yeah, pretty much that's why I don't like Chelsea. What sports do you watch other than Arsenal, than football? I watch a lot of sports, bro. I watch a lot of sports, but I don't have enough time to stay up and watch all my Raptors games. But I watch Blue Jays games in the playoffs. You can see here I'm wearing Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto Maple Leafs, I watch them in the playoffs. The Raptors, I watch them on occasion. NBA basketball, I watch it on occasion. I'm a massive NFL fan, and I watched a lot of the NFL games throughout the year. And majority of the time, it's just basketball and NFL. So the NBA and the NFL is the main two sports that I follow outside of football, but I do keep an eye on baseball and hockey on occasion. But yeah, I've gone to Wimbledon with my wife. I've gone watched tennis numerous times with my wife. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So tennis, I like in person watching tennis, but basketball and the NFL is my two main sports, which I watch the most outside of football. So yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would say there. What else is there? Let's go quick fire. Winger, striker, midfielder, left back. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of players. I don't want 𝗁𝘁. That looks like who we're gonna look at getting. Guys need an overhaul. Will cost, yeah, proper funds for players. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to spend a lot of money. Arsenal won't get anyone in January. Maybe MR. Who's MR? Marcus Rashford. I don't want Rashford, bro. I don't want Rashford. Get rid of Trossard. Get rid of Havertz. I would keep both of them. And get better players in. Egal, isn't it true content creators say wild things to get clipped though? No, I genuinely do think sometimes people just say things naturally that's wild, and that's really what gets the most interactions and the most views and likes. I think people who do things for interactions will end up getting found out and exposed in the future because they're doing it for clicks. But the people who genuinely believe what they say, they're the ones who get the furthest, and they're the ones who get the most interactions and the most viewership. There's a reason why people like certain people, because they're keeping it authentic. And the people who are not authentic, they're the ones who usually get exposed, and eventually people stop watching their content because they know they're faking it for views. And you don't want to be faking it for views, because if you ever fake it for views, when you're actually yourself, people can sense the difference, and they'll know you're faking it. For example, a lot of the people on TikTok, they're faking it. They're not being real. And when they speak about football on YouTube, you can tell that they're a completely different person than what they are on TikTok. Why are you counting Champions Leagues? No debate. I don't even know what you're talking about. Egal, with content, how are some of them so good at banter, and how is it that they seem to understand the jokes? Egal, with content, how are some of them so good at banter, and how is it that they all seem to understand the jokes? I don't know, mate. Basically, guys like expressions are just special. It's just special talents. Some people are just extremely talented, and then some people they just know how to talk. Some people just have that charisma that they're able to say anything, and the whole room will just turn on a dime. Also, I don't think Arsenal will seriously get Florian Wirtz. I just don't think that's going to happen. What is this guy saying? Egal, why aren't Arsenal not going for kvaratskhelia? He'll cook at Arsenal, but it seems like there's no ambition. The big clubs hijacking the deal and getting it done. Yeah, we don't seem to be interested in kvaratskhelia because it seems like we don't want to spend that type of money. And maybe he's not the type of profile that Arsenal want. Maybe he's genuinely not the profile that we want, because we don't seem to be interested in kvaratskhelia. We don't seem to be interested in kvaratskhelia right now. If we were interested in him, we would have heard links. But Charles Watts came out and said that there's no serious links to kvaratskhelia. So yeah, why are Arsenal not going for 𝗂𝗶𝗄𝗃𝗃? Maybe he's not the kind of profile of player that Arteta wants at Arsenal. He doesn't want just a goal scorer. He wants somebody who tracks back, defends, and also creates chances. Egal is married. Yes, I am married. Somebody asking me if I have a girlfriend or kids. Yes, I have a son. I have a son. He's 1 year. He's 1 years old, and he's have a son, and he's 14. He's 17 months, and have a wife. And we were just out right now earlier celebrating my birthday. So yeah, if I can show you guys, something right here. Let me show you guys. So yeah, here. This is a picture of me and my son. This is a picture of me and my son in the new Arsenal kits. So yeah, he's 17 months. He's 17 months. So he's 17 months. Yeah. So he's 1 year and like 5 months. Yeah, 17 months old. He's 1 year and 17 months. So that's my son. And yeah, so I got a son, I got a wife. I moved here because of my wife, and I try my best, you know what I mean? Try my best to balance social media, family life, and still time to try to enjoy myself. It's not easy, but your time management skills have to be really good. Do you still watch the NBA? I keep up with it. I listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts about NFL and basketball more than I do football podcasts, because I'm always doing content that I'm keeping up with it on a regular basis already. But I use NBA and NFL podcasts to keep myself up to date with those other things over there. But yeah, as for family, that is what's going on with my family. Yeah, so that's what's going on with family. So let's see what people are saying on social media, as I do have some people who message me on social media, ask me anything. So first things first, what made you support Arsenal at age 98? Patrick Vieira. 98, Patrick Vieira. Boom. What's my favorite Somali dish? Favorite Somali dish. Favorite Somali dish. This is a good one. Favorite Somali dish. I'm gonna show you guys my favorite Somali dish right now. My favorite Somali dish is rice and sukar. Baris and sukar. Boom. Okay, let me show you guys. This is my favorite Somali dish. My favorite Somali dish is baris and sukar. So it's I like beef sukar. I like beef sukar. So it would be beef sukar and baris. Oh, there's Nando's. There's Somali sukar and rice. So we call it baris and sukar. So there's chicken sukar and there's beef sukar, and I prefer baris and chicken and beef sukar. So beef sukar would be my Somali dish. What's your favorite Somali dish, Manal?
Maybe like lamb shank.
Lamb shank?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it's baris and sukar. But there's chicken sukar, there's beef sukar. You can eat it with roti, you can eat it with pasta. I like eating it with rice. So for me, it would have to be like baris and sukar. That's definitely my go-to right there. Yeah, that's my go-to right there. That's my go-to right there. If there's anything that I like, that would be my go-to dish. Let's see what else there is. Right now, let's see what else there is. What else is there? Reason Egal, what do you call it? My guy, I want to ask you, when will Arsenal win the Champions League? Not sure. Genuine question, not sure. Do you pray today and fast? Do you pray today and fast any 3 days? What? I pray and fast during Ramadan. What else is there? When will you be Arteta out? Okay. What team in the Premier League you hate the most? I want to see them win any trophies. What team in the Premier League do you hate the most and you don't want to see win any trophies? Chelsea. Can you have a conversation about Arsenal one day? Because I believe I would have an interesting talk, and not only about Arsenal, everybody else. Very conservative opinions about Arsenal in the league, despite Liverpool being 6 points clear. Definitely get you on the channel soon. Okay. I'm going to come back to the comment section on YouTube in a second. Let me just finish this. Do you honestly believe Arsenal been better than Liverpool in the period of... No, Liverpool have been better. How many years will you hold up Arteta not winning a trophy? I'm not going to answer that. Do you believe in curses? Yes. We believe in curses, right? In Islam? Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead. Arteta is getting sacked. Will you cry? No. Why would I cry if Arteta gets sacked? That's so silly. 𝗿𝗂𝗶𝗵𝗃. They're both injured. They're both injured. What are we doing? Why are Arsenal fans so deluded? We're not just the ones who are the loudest. Okay. Which African team is the best chance of winning your World Cup? The nation that has the best chance of winning the World Cup, if all of their players played for their country, would probably be Nigeria. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So that's all the questions answered there. Now let's go over to YouTube and see if there's any Q&A questions that anybody has left there, so we can see if we can let's see if there's any Q&A questions left that we can see if we can go and answer. Any Q&A questions? Nope. No Q&A questions there. Okay, so coming back, so Twitter questions. Okay, done. So that is done. Egal finds time. How do you find time to be a content creator? I squeeze it in somehow. Happy birthday. if Arteta's next season gets second with good performances, would you like him to continue? I don't know. It have to be the context. Managers conducts themselves. Edu brought too many Brazilians and Chelsea rejects. That's true. We need to stop doing Chelsea rejects. Egal, do you still believe 𝗔𝗿𝘀𝗃𝗃 will score 20 goals in the Premier League? No. Would you take 𝗁𝘁 from Leipzig? Is he better than Havertz? I don't think so. Would you prefer Martinelli or Rashford? Martinelli. Rashford scores more goals, but Martinelli is better than Rashford at everything else. Really and truly, Rashford's better than Martinelli, actually, but it's not that much better. Rashford has been poor, extremely poor. Happy birthday, Egal. Thank you, Hussam. Really do appreciate it, my brother. Hope you're doing well. We got Nathan in the building. Happy. Thank you, Nathan. What do you guys put? What did you guys put to me in the chat? I'm so confused. What are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? But yeah, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. We pretty much covered most of the stuff that we need to cover. This has been a very interesting stream. I really do love all the support you guys have shown me, and all the love you guys have shown me. Arteta even mentioning what's going on in the transfer window. That's crazy. So we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna maybe have to do another video on that in the future. But for now, I bid you guys adieu. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys continue to support the channel. Sorry, you guys, someone put something weird, mate. Yeah, hopefully they deleted it. Whoever did that, whoever put that in the chat, they deleted it. And yeah, Havertz, no brainer for us. And yeah, honestly, man, I just want to say thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate all the love and support you guys give the channel. Hopefully you guys continue to support the channel. Can your wife cook Somali food? Yes, she can. My wife can cook Somali food, so yes, she can. And hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy your day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I will most likely do a live video with a Man United fan at some point. At some point, I will do a video with a Man United fan, and I will also continue to post live, up-to-date transfer videos to give you guys the latest Arsenal news on all the latest transfer news. And yeah, the Marcus Rashford links to Arsenal. You don't have to worry. He's not coming to Arsenal. It doesn't seem like Arteta wants him, so you don't have nothing to worry. Just sub to Egal's channel. Happy birthday, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Leave a like on the video while you guys are at it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love for the love, people. We're out of here. Peace.